And what are you doing when you're over here on August 20th? So that first bit, where are you going to be based? Are you in London, or are you traveling around?
I'm going to be in a town called Holmesfirth, which is in between London and Leeds.
Yeah,
I'll, I'll be there. One of my good mates, captains like a grade club over here. He's playing over there
yeah,
for them.
yeah.
And then I'll be based there. Uh, and then I'm actually playing a game on the Sunday. It's like a 2020 comp. It's like a not sure exactly what it is. Apparently it's like Australia versus South Africa versus like UK, and then like versus another international, sort of group as well. It's like a four-way tournament apparently on the Sunday when I'm over there. So I've got myself a gig to the Aussies
Nice.
and slept myself straight in, which I'm pretty keen for. Apparently it's a good day. Apparently it's like, like 2,000 people come down and watch, and it's pretty massive according to the John, who's been telling me, got me the game, so I'm keen for that.
So that would be the reason why on your social media feed I'm seeing you bowl more and more.
Oh, absolutely. I actually am due for another bowl. I rolled the arm over once to a couple of my clients. We did a good the net. There was a sprint session, a fielding session into a net session last Saturday morning. So that was actually good fun to run through that. But I actually do need to start rolling the arm over because I don't need a side strain. It's the last thing I need.
There's some cricket legends over here at the moment playing in this. There's a tournament, so I don't know all the teams to be honest, but it's England, Australia, Pakistan, India, South Africa, all these legends. And then some other guys. So we played against Samit Patel last Friday, his last game for Derbyshire, and then the next day he was playing for England legends at Edgbaston against Australia. I think they were playing against. So there's quite a few well legends. So Ian Bell. I don't know what qualifies you as a legend really, but there's James Vince who's still playing at lots of franchise tournaments. Ian Bell's playing. I think Chris Tremlett. But then some of the South Africans, AB de Villiers is over here. Chris Morris, some proper players. Hashim Amla, proper players, and their Edgbaston was being used as part of the tournament. So that was quite interesting. I'll tell you what else was interesting, mate, is that some of these old boys have put on a bit of timber.
I'm like, enjoy retirement.
Oh, blimey. And then I'm just waiting to hear just how many injuries has taken place, wheeling themselves out, trying to do what they used to do, sort of thing. I say that because that's what albeit at my level, we played. We used to live in a village in Kent, and they invited me to play, which I did. My mind was still a 30-year-old, and yet the keeper, I was embarrassed how close the keeper was standing to the stunts, and I literally had to go away and kind of have a good look at myself and kind of start training like a cricketer again. So I'm waiting to hear these guys how many injuries. So that'd be quite interesting. We'll have to catch up, mate. It's quite a big distance between London and Leeds. So I'll have to have a look at Holmes for cricket club. Is that what you said?
Oxford is where I'm staying. I'm
Okay.
sure that's what it's time for as well. I reckon Holsford in between, it's like right in between London and Manchester and Leeds in that little pocket, a bit south of home.
Oh, Manchester and Leeds. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Manchester's about 2 hours away from me. 2 hours north. You have to see if you can pop on a train for a day or something.
100%. No, we're very free. We're keen. We've got Brody who's coming with me as well, who's quite a good bowler as well. So he'd be keen to have a bowl and have a session as well. He's doing some training. He's doing a day at Yorkshire. I
Is
think
it?
he's bowling a day to them. So could be able to get him involved with some of the Warwickshire as a net bowler potentially.
Well, I mean, it depends what you want to do. I don't know what the schedule is around that, but we'll be in the middle of maybe the 100 tournaments taking place then. I'll be involved in the 50 over Metro Bank competition with Warwickshire, which it's a nice tournament. We lose a few players, but not as many as in previous years. So it's quite a nice tournament because I'm working with a few players that I wouldn't normally work with. And we're all over the place. So yeah, we'll definitely have to catch up. We'll have to make sure that happens. Now, you caught up with Tratty recently. How did that go?
I did. I saw him. When was I in there? Last week. He was great. I was there at Crew Victoria for the day,
Yeah,
and he's a legend. Full of energy. He's a good fella. Absolute, absolute great man. Speaks very highly of you as well. It was awesome.
yeah. He's one of those guys I really enjoy working with. He kind of got it a little bit like some of our conversations around. As a skills coach, I understand I need an S&C in order to upskill bowlers for a whole host of reasons. And Tracy was one of them. He got it. I needed them to bowl more because if they're not bowling, they're not improving. So what are the areas that we can improve on? What can he do to improve their endurance to bowl longer spells, bowl earlier indoors in the winter, so bowl more in the winter to increase that volume. That's quite an interesting one. And then just generally keeping on top of, these are the positions I need bowlers to get into. How can you help me, Tratty? I love working with him, albeit it was quite short. It was like 18 months before I kind of moved on. But yeah, how's the Victorian lads shaping up there? Because it's pre-season there, right?
Pre-season, it's pretty like in Melbourne. It's quite fresh at the moment, pretty cold. So they are going outdoors. They're going up to Darwin, like in Northern Australia, in for maybe 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to get outdoors for the first time.
Oh,
So it's Tradi's domain right now. The boys just heaps of gym, heaps of running, heaps of fitness. Indoor nets still, but they just started bat feed ball last week.
right.
So they've just been target bowling for 3 or 4 weeks of bowlers.
Yeah.
And then their schedule's been pretty good. Like they've been doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like their big days, they're like high load days, plus like an extra Saturday morning running session. And like Tradie will like take them to like some of like the nice running spots around Melbourne, whether it's like the Tan or head out near where I live down by the beach and take them out like, up to places where there's hills and that, and do like a bit of a team bonding, 7 8K running session, bit of coffee and breakfast after. So yeah, their schedule's running pretty good. I think the boys are looking good. Like a couple of boys one of the boys I work with got personal best 2K time trial, which is good. So I reckon the boys look fit, but there's only a small group at the moment as well because like there's a few boys, like there's 3 or 4 boys over playing county cricket, like Pete Hanscom, Harris, Toddy Murphy, Sutherland. So there's a few guys overseas, a couple other boys playing club cricket in England. So everyone's sort of all over shots. And Australia A has got a tournament as well at the moment. So there's 2 batters there at the moment, and then there was 1 bowler who broke down. So bit of a disjointed group, but I think it's good because they get to like just train with like 12, 13 blokes and just make it pretty specific, I reckon.
Yeah, nice. You mentioned there about some long runs. When does the season start? So how far out of the players at the moment from starting their season?
I think it's like in September, like 17. So
Okay.
let's call it like 2 months.
Yeah, so there's
7 weeks.
quite a bit of time. So I remember years gone by, and things move on. I get it. I was involved with a guy called John Bracewell. I've mentioned to him before on these calls, I think. Fit, mate. Played Test cricket for New Zealand. 50 odd tests, I think. It came across as coach. He was massive on running, and he used to stay fit himself. So he used to take the Gloucestershire boys up in Bristol, up on the Downs, some lovely areas, 7 or 8 mile runs, and the lads didn't know what hit them. So talk to me a little bit about the benefit of long runs from this far out. I imagine that longer runs like in season aren't necessarily what you're looking for, but so those long runs is what I I am used to. We're talking 15, 20 years ago. But there's obviously still a place for those long runs, right? And what's the benefit of doing those longer runs?
100%. I think it is something that the runs per se may not be like continuous, let's say, like 7K, 8K runs. It's more like the combined volume for the session. So it might be like 4 minute run with a 2 minute rest. Do that 10 times or something like that. I think that's where, especially this time of the year thing in Australia, I think that's where those sort of runs come in as your third run of the week, as your top up run of the week. I like the longer, continuous stuff, like the slower stuff, started off season.
Yeah.
So you just finish the season, and it's a nice way just to break things up and go for those longer runs, miles in the legs. But yeah, if you're getting up for a 30-minute run, your heart rate's sitting at 140, 150, 160. So that's a pretty good stimulus to get aerobically fitter. And your aerobic system just is the thing that dictates everything. The more efficient it is, the better you recover between balls, the better you recover between spells, better you recover between sessions. So think just some me and Friday were talking about heaps. Like a good aerobic system just helps everything. Like you can even notice it in the gym. Like the fitter guys can like do a set, in 2 minutes, they're good to go again. Whereas the guys that aren't quite as fit, they might need that 4 or 5 minutes. And, across a year, that's a whole lot more volume and quality, reps and sessions you can get in. So
Yeah.
I think you just got to be fit, aerobically fit, whether that is, you know, those continuous runs or then breaking that up and doing some like interval stuff like sessions like 5 or 6 1Kers with like a 2 minute rest or something like that. I like those sort of sessions in particular. They're brutal.
It just makes a lot of sense to me, kind of running. Um, what about bowlers that have joint issues? So are in pain when they bowl, but are gun bowlers. So you wheel them out. I'm targeting more, I think, kind of club cricketers more than pro cricketers because they have to run right. But club cricketers that perform really well, I'm speaking. There's David Delaney's on here, quick bowler, has had knee issues, but for bowlers, club bowlers that have knee or ankle or hip injuries, but can get through a spell, do they still need to run, or is there an alternative, like during the week or during pre-season, or would you say no, you have to run to get that load through those joints to toughen them up? How does it work from that point of view?
It's a fine balance, and you even find this at professional level, even a mixed net. Like some of the older boys, like won't really run that much, apart from when it's like just in cricket skills. And I feel like if you're like bowling fit and you can like run in bowl, there's no drop off in pace. So like, that's like conditioning for bowling. So if you can just do that, and let's say like we use the analogy like we only have so many like tickets, we only have so many petrol tickets in a week. Someone, let's say like a Will Sutherland or something like that, he's not playing tickets. He's young, he's fit, he's super fit. He can he can run, he can do extra running sessions, he can bowl, etc. Someone, like Dave on the call, and even like a Mark Wood or a Jofra Archer who are injury prone, or a club cricketer who's sore, they probably have less petrol tickets to spend on their running volumes.
Yeah.
So you probably just save that for bowling, and then I'll be doing things like exercise bike sessions. I'll be doing things like swimming if possible. Um, that's where cross training comes in, and that becomes on the rower even. Like that's where those sessions, those cross training sessions, become valuable. See, not just overloading the joints and the knees and then ankles and just smashing them up. So that's where some of those stuff come in. And I've seen that heaps at Cricket Victoria, like someone like a Scott Boland per se. He won't do heaps and heaps and heaps of Ks running, but he's like a metronome. He can just bowl all day. He's just bowling fit. But he'll do a lot of bike. He'll do a lot of like cross training to keep himself aerobically fit, but then just save his tickets because he's getting a little bit older, the big
Yeah.
fella. And
Yeah. Yeah.
when he's out and when he's bowling.
Yeah. I reckon it's a real balance, isn't it? You know, again, club cricket, we'll come on to county cricket in a minute, but club cricket, 50 over game, on your feet for 3 hours, bowling 10 overs. Although in club cricket in the Birmingham League, bowlers can bowl 17. It's weird. It's like a 50 over game, I think, but bowlers can bowl 17 overs. So you do get your running in there, you get your time on your feet. Um, but I maybe this is too simplistic, but if somebody plays a game of cricket and they struggle to get out of bed the following day, not through injury, but through DOMS, and then the following day is the same, struggle to get off the toilet, all that kind of stuff, because their body's just hurting a lot. Is it too simplistic for me to say, well, you need to have a look at your training in between games? Because if you're getting that much DOMS and body aching in pain through playing, you probably need to put it through some sort of stress earlier in the week to get it used to it. Am I right in thinking that?
No, I reckon you're spot on with that, to be honest. Like, it's about being really smart with your training. And like, I feel like when it comes to soreness, you if you do the work in the off season and pre-season, then like you shouldn't really pull up like that sore. And if you're pretty like smart with your workload, you like gradually build it up, then you shouldn't pull up too sore. I think I was actually having a conversation with one of my clients yesterday about the same thing because he's got like he pulls up sore at the moment between his bowling sessions.
Yeah.
It's like his session, like he's in Melbourne and he starts he's forgetting like 8, 10 weeks away. His round one is. I'm like, how much bowling? Like, you shouldn't be pulling up sore from like 24 balls at 70%.
No.
Like, as I've sort of requested you to sort of do. He's like, oh, probably bowling like 42 balls. I'm actually going flat out. I'm like, well, no shit, mate. You pulling up sore, but you haven't done that yet. Like, you haven't
No.
put yourself up for that. So
Yeah.
I reckon it's a combination of like workloads, doing that, doing the work in the off season, being smart, but then one, as you said, in season, make sure you still go into the gym so your body's not breaking down. You still build your body back up.
Yeah.
Manage your bowling workloads. Like we talk about the tickets. Like
Yeah.
if let's say we know we can only handle 25 overs and then after that we're just spent. If you're going to bowl 17 in a game, don't go bowl 20 at training that week because you know you get like it's a recipe for disaster. Like you are going to be sore. Like of course you're going to be sore.
Yeah.
So it's just about being smart with your workload. I feel like as you said, do you get like, this part of the season? Do you still get guys pulling up sore in county cricket, or are their bodies? Obviously, they'll pull up sore and big blow, but have they adapted now to where it's like you don't really get anything abnormal? Like it's just like an expected level of soreness, and they just bounce pretty well.
Yeah. So um, you're going to get sore as a bowler, so you accept it, really, don't you? We had
I
a
feel like there's like an acceptable level of soreness. That's like, yeah, that's fair enough. You should be that level as well.
yeah, and that goes down to like pain threshold, understanding what soreness is versus niggles versus pain for injuries and stuff. Um, so I had an interesting conversation with a young bowler last week, I think, because in county cricket, we're all about recovery, and they're tired. Yeah, they're a little bit sore, but they accept that actually the business they are in, they are going to get sore. So early in the season, when you go, I think we went 5, maybe 6 championship games in 8 weeks, maybe. So we had a week off in there somewhere. But when you go kind of back to back, you get conditioned for it. And so soreness reduces, ironically, because your body just conditions to it. It just adapts all the time, right? The, the biggest challenge is recovery. So if you're in the field all day, and it's been, regardless of the temperature, you're in the field all day, you're on your feet for 96 overs, you haven't finished the innings off yet, so you've got to get up and do it again the following morning. So the recovery bit is the bit that I think that county cricketers nail. They've got support, they've got all the kit and all. So it's sleep, stuff that we talked about. It's sleep, it's good nutrition, it's hydration. Um, when I think about club cricketers on a Saturday, you win the game, you have 6 or 7 pints. That was my experience years ago of doing that. It's no wonder you wake up sore because you've had crap sleep. Your hydration is no good, and so you get up the following day and try and do it again. There's no way you can have that expectation. So county cricket, you adapt. The challenge is going from format to format. So we had a block of championship matches. So similar bowlers, we had a bit of rotation in there. And then we went a block of T20 matches. So, bowling intensity, the volume decreases. And then right in the middle of the T20 block, we had 2 championship matches again. It's like, bloody hell. So that's always the challenge. And the conversation I had with the young bowler was that we have cricket festivals over here now, age group festivals. So lots of the time, young bowlers and adult bowlers, they have matches on a Saturday and Sunday, and then they train a bit. Lots of people obviously work offices and sat down and whatever, but they have cricket festivals where they then plugged in, like in the season, playing every day. And it's like, blimey, okay, brilliant, because they're amazing opportunities and, socially and as well as the cricket bit. Are you bowling every day? Yes. Okay, right. Then it's a risk playing on the Saturday and Sunday as well as the Monday through to Friday. So can we do something in there where you don't bowl for a couple of days in the middle of the week and then kind of ramp it up? So if you're going to go Monday to Sunday playing, can you have kind of Wednesday, Thursday, can you just play as a batter? Um, and then if you get through all of that, then actually you have to not bowl for a week, basically, because you've taken your workload. It spiked big time. So, question: the lads are sore, of course they are, but they accept it. It goes with the business, but they make sure that their recovery is on point. Ice baths. I don't know the science around it, but if anybody believes it's good for them, then it probably is good for them. And so we just make sure that they're surrounded by opportunities to do what they need to do, sort of thing. Does that make sense?
100%. It's just trying to do your best in any situation, isn't it? It's like, what resources do you have available to do? And then it's like, is that, I reckon it's like, get me installed, get me retired. Like, what's that? Kind of like, there is. You can't really control react to it, I suppose. And if you really do, or if you had a great facility, good staff or sauna, as you like to, clean, yeah, done the right things. I'm starting to feel there are 100%. Whereas it's like, yeah, these are the ones where when you do have, you know, candies, those to the beginner, but then whatever, you're on and you're running. It's what I'm thinking about too, and you've got, yeah, absolutely, that's been that happens too. So I think a lot of it is like it's physical, but out, but then mental as well. It's like you need to really maximize everything you can and just give yourself just give yourself the ability to say to yourself, yeah, I'm doing everything I can right now to get myself up.
Yeah, I think that's it. I have to remember, um,